Everybody, this is Gary Dema, Sentiment Timing, and this is our technical video report for Tuesday, June 10th, 2025. So today was a pretty crazy day. You could have made a lot of money if you had the kahunas to fade the rallies and buy the dips, because that was the entire day today. And here we opened up right here. We kind of climbed up. I think we were up like 20. And I got short up here, and it came down. And I once we took out these lows, I thought we were going to be keeping down. So I just put a stop at entry and pretty much let a $800 gain wipe away. Missed this rally. I didn't do that. I actually got short right around here again. Came down. I actually went both long and short on the SPY calls. I did not put that in the room just because this market was moving too fast, and I wasn't really quite sure what direction it was going to go, if it was going to pick a direction. But I kind of took it on my own here. And when we came down, I closed half the short position again, thinking that we were going to continue lower, because this was the second try where they brought it straight down. And before we know it, the calls that I have were in the money as well. And I was thinking it's going to go up and dip back down. It was a really, like I said, you had to be on your toes, and you had to be willing to sell the rallies and buy the dips. And otherwise, you're just getting stopped out at entry all day, which is pretty much what I did. And the thing is that with the S&P, I actually sold the 60/40s when it was right around here, got a decent premium for it. It was a little underwater here, came down. I was actually up $1,000. This was for the fund. It was 1,100, and I put that out into the room, that trade, and I said, either you could lock in the 1,100 or just put a stop at entry and see what happens. I put the stop at entry, got stopped out, actually made $300 on it, just because of the exit. But in any case, when you're sitting here and the S&P is some 30 points away from your where your strike price is, and it gets up there within 30 minutes. It was pretty frustrating today. But this is actually, oh wait, let me see. I had it on another one. So this was the pattern. You can see them pretty clearly after the fact, and that's the part that's frustrating. But if you look and you just draw a channel, you can see this is exactly what it was falling in right here. So it was really just bouncing up, down, up, down, up. And this is why I thought this was going to continue down, but it didn't, and it popped back up again. But it's one of those days that it was pretty. You had to have your big boy clothes on to trade this market, because when you're trying to fade something that's going up like this, the only thing going through your head is it's going to keep going. Then when it drops, you think it's going to keep going, and then it pops up. So it was definitely a hard day trading on it. But anyway, this is really the channel we're trading in. It is a bear flag. We can actually see it a little bit better. Well, you can see it right there. But in any case, we're still trading within this wedge right here. Can it pop above it and come down? Yeah, because right now we're just riding the top of the top of the wedge. But notice this. I mean, we have some massive sell signals. So it's not a matter of when this is going to come back and retrace a big part of this and probably close this gap. It's not a matter of if, it's when, but it's where as well. So we have this bearish wedge here. You have sell signals, and you can see that this is what I mean by the retail traders. They just buy every moving average right here. So this is the 50-day on the 15-minute chart. This has been going on since the 6th. So every time we hit this, they're buying it. So when you get panic buying coming in, and they're usually from the people that missed the entire rally that started from here, and were probably shorting the rally the entire time up, and now trying to get in because they feel like they're going to miss the next move. But notice where when we got out here, the rate of change is it's gone up, but it's going sideways here. It's not going up the way it is. So all these people that are piling in here, most likely they're going to buy the moving average. They're going to buy the moving average, and when this gives out, that's when they're going to start panic selling when we're here. and that's when we'll be buying their shares. But as I said, I did not recommend shorting the market. I went more market neutral to bearish, but not looking to short it. Just take the long positions off the table and wait for the pullback. Obviously, you can sit there and hold your breath for a while and wait for the pullback. Eventually, it's going to come. This is what the market does. It tries to frustrate as many people as possible, but it doesn't. This was the easy money from here to here. From that part, whoever got long here had it with stand through this drop right here, which was the biggest drop we've had since May 19th. And ever since then, it's just crawling higher. So, like I said, we got out right around this 5,900. We're at 6,000, and that's almost we're going almost a month later. So anybody that's saying it's the same video and it's this is what I can't make the chart up. This we got out here. We took the easy money. Everybody else probably missed it, and they're jumping in right now, thinking that this thing's going to continue higher, and they're going to be the ones that are going to be saying, oh, why did I buy up there? Just like everybody was saying, why was I going to sell? Why was I selling down here? So you just have to practice patience. That's it. I don't need to be trading every day, and the trades that I make are for the day. But when you have sell signals like this, and you're in two different wedges, I mean, you can go long, and maybe you'll be right. I'm no fortune teller, but I'm telling you right now, I think the risk, the bulls are on thin ice right now, and you're going to get that nail biter to the downside, and it's probably going to come somewhere down into the 5,400. The first one may hold somewhere around the 5,600, and then we come back up, and then into that July time period is when we'll probably see the larger move to the downside. But that's again, that's what's going to be your buying opportunity when we get these drops, because come the fall, we will be at new all-time highs, and we'll probably be somewhere up into the 6,400 level. And then you're going to get all your people saying, oh, you missed the entire rally from here, getting them in, thinking that it's going to continue up for the Santa rally. And my guess, from what I'm seeing in the cycles and the charts, they're going to pull the plug again, and everybody that's buying up there is going to be panic selling, through the winter time. But this is another serious red flag right here. This is the daily chart, and we have sell signals. So I mean, like I said, you can go long, and you may be right for a while. The question is for how long. So if we continue higher, the next pivot is going to be the 60.76 level, and then we're looking at the all-time highs at the 61.46. So these are the two pivots that you got to watch. Like I said, I would be very careful with this getting long, because these sell signals are on every chart, and we've seen that. We've seen it when it was here. We saw sell signals, and we saw them here. And everybody, all you heard from the talking heads was the pain trade was not being long this market, and then you didn't hear a peep out of them, and until you start hearing it now again from these same people that were saying it from here. So don't listen to the media. You have your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once that completes, whether it's we completed it or we got to go up higher, from there, that's where we're going to get that pullback. And, like I said, I've been saying it, and I'll continue to say it. We're going to get it. And let's just say it's from the top part here at a 23% retracement. We're at 5,800. My guess is we're coming to a 50%, which is going to bring us right around that 54.61. But you can see the 62%, which is 5,300, closes this gap, and then 7,800 is this support right here. So like I said, I'm not going to try to guess when it's dropping. I'm going to start looking at what the sentiment is doing, what my sentiment indicators are. And once I see things starting to get bearish, and I see buy signals on the 60s, we start buying our stock backs, and that's it. And then we look for the next rally, and we do the same thing. So again, the upside, if we head higher, you have that 60, what is it, 60.75, or is that 60.75? Where is it? Right here. Hang on one second. Yeah, 60.76. On the downside, really, the bears are going to have to get it through this 60.17 level. You can see it's price support as well as a moving average. If they do that, we do have these support levels here, but these are the bulls that the FOMO that are buying every dip, thinking that they're going to miss the next move down. And if it comes down to this support, we will have already have broken this support. So from there, then we're looking at the next support level coming at the 59.80, which is the important one, because if they lose that, then we're coming down to the 59.55. So again, sell signals are on every chart. If you feel comfortable with just going long and believing that everything's going to be fine, go long. I'm going to wait for the pullback. I told you guys I'd be very patient with this. You have to practice what you preach. And you just, the trades go on a day-to-day basis. The position trades you take when, you're seeing fear in the market and, everybody's selling. That's where your position trade comes, and you ride it up. And now you wait for everybody to get bullish, and then you ride it down, and that's it. The majority has to be wrong all the time, and it's just, it don't shoot the messenger. It's just what it is. And with sentiment where it is right now, like I said, I think if you go long, you're jumping on thin ice right now. And I'm saying not to short this market because it has momentum going, but just sit and watch and wait for things to break. And once they do, be ready to put money back to work. So with that, have a great night, and I'll talk to you guys in a